Namaste, yogis. Every morning I start my day with a seated meditation practice. And this could last anywhere from, on average, about 20 minutes, but on a really good day, maybe up to 40 minutes long. And something that not everyone thinks about when starting a meditation practice is how important it is to actually be able to sit still for that extended amount of time. And something that's incredibly important, not even incredibly important, I'd say crucial, that's how important it is, to have a strong core to be able to support a long spine for that amount of time. So today I'm going to share with you my morning core routine that I practice before my seated meditation to ensure I have more comfort as I open my mind and let myself settle into stillness and into silence. It's going to be 4 postures. You don't need any props. However, if you do have a yoga block, this can help to amplify and enhance your practice. Let's get started. So our first posture will begin supine, or laying on our backs. And we'll feel the shoulder blades lift. We'll feel the lower back compress. That way we have no space under the lower back. We feel it pushing toward the floor. And then the navel compresses down toward the spine. Next, it's important to really protect your neck. A lot of people complain about their necks hurting when working on core because they try to use the back side of their neck to lift. Pretend you have a peach underneath your chin and you're going to hold that there. So you're using the front side of your neck to lift, keeping the neck in alignment with your spine. That way we're not crunching into the neck and collapsing into our vertebrae. Next, we'll lift our legs up toward the ceiling and we'll flex the feet, encouraging a little bit more thigh activation. Inhale, lift the shoulders. On the exhale, feel the ribs and the hips pull closer toward one another. I think I said hips. Ribs and hips pull closer to one another and reach your fingers toward the feet. On the inhale, extend with the legs and the arms long. On the exhale, lift the shoulder, feel the ribs and the hips pull toward each other and reach your fingers towards your feet. So my legs aren't all the way over here. My hips and my ribs pull in, they compress. Inhale, we lengthen, again limbs long, and on the exhale, we lift. So we can do the same thing but amplify the activation of the core a little bit more by adding in a yoga block. Same setup, shoulders off the floor, navel pressing down, spine pressing down, peach under the chin, legs long, feet flexed. Inhale, lift the shoulders. Exhale, ribs and hips pull toward each other. I place the block between my feet. Inhale, long, create space, deep breath. On the exhale, lift, push all the air out of the body. Inhale, switch the block, extend, and exhale. And you'll continue on until you feel like you can't. I like to try to do about 25 before I move on to the next posture. So the great thing about posture number 2 is it's the exact same pose as number 3. It's just one counts for the right side and the other counts for the left side. Very similar setup to the first posture. We'll start on our backs, shoulder blades up, lower back pressing down, navel down, peach under the chin. One leg will be extended long. So let's start with our left leg long. My right leg would extend long but lift off the floor. My right arm does the same thing. So my arm is extended, lifted off the floor. My left hand then reaches behind my ear, not my head, because I don't want to pull on my head, behind my ear. So I'm using the strength of my neck. I inhale, push through my heel, reach my fingers forward. On the exhale, I pull my right knee in and I cross my left elbow, almost not even thinking about the elbow, thinking about pulling the shoulder toward the knee. I get all of my air out. I inhale deep, exhale. And so I'll show the other side with a block. So this time, I'm going to take a block underneath my right foot. I'm going to flex my foot. Oops. And the only thing that the block does, again, it encourages a little bit more thigh activation. Because if your leg's on the floor, it's a little bit easier for it to roll around. If your leg's lifted and you're pushing your foot down into something, it's going to keep your leg a little bit more active. So shoulders lift, my right leg is extended, my left leg is now going to lift to the same height as the block, whereas before it was a little bit higher than the leg on the floor. My left arm is going to extend, right hand's going to go behind the ear. Inhale, I reach. On the exhale, again, I cross really hard. Inhale, exhale. Really push all of the breath out. And again, I try to do about 25 on each side before I go to my finishing pose. But on my very last twist on each side, I try to hold it for 10 counts before moving on. So last pose, fourth pose. Our setup's going to be a little bit different. So with the last three, we were laying on our back. This time, you're going to be kind of between sitting and laying down. Forearms are going to be on the floor. You're going to make sure you're not doing this, sinking into your back and then letting your ears drop down towards your shoulders. But your lower back's going to be lifted, heart lifted, and neck will not be in alignment this time, or if this is actually further back, your neck will not be in alignment. It'll be slightly forward. Again, like you have a peach right under your chin. We're going to switch our breath this time. So before, we were inhaling on the extension and exhaling on the contraction. This time, we're going to add a little tiny bit more of a challenge by reversing your breath. Because on the extension, what's going to want to happen to your body in this posture, because of the way we're set up, is your lower back's going to want to sink forward or thrust forward, and your belly's going to want to pop up. So the challenge here is to keep your spine in control and press the navel down, 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 down. So we'll start by inhaling. Legs are going to bend about 90 degrees, and the inner blades of the feet are going to touch together. Hold that. Inhale. On your exhale, extend your legs long. Press the navel down. Squeeze the thighs. Inhale. And exhale. Again, you can do the same thing, but amplify a little bit more with your block by taking your block right between the inner thighs, as far down as you possibly can. This is going to activate the pelvic floor a little bit more. So same thing, same setup. Inhale, exhale, extend. Inhale, exhale, extend. If you have two blocks, you have one between the thighs and then the other between the feet. That'll really kick it up. Same thing, I try to get about 25 in. On the very last one, I hold for 10 counts. And then when I'm completely done, I lay down on the floor, let my arms open up, palms up, legs open, I swallow, relax my throat, breathe deep into the belly, and I let it out my mouth with a sigh. And that is my morning core routine. Thank you so much for joining me today, for watching my video. Please like and subscribe, and visit my website, www.fitbodyclearmind.com. Namaste.